And we're live. Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven,
And I'm Sean.
and today, we drink whiskey. I still don't know how to like intro for my, lives at any which point whatsoever.
All my intros
I
are
still
terrible.
don't know how to
Just
like intro
oh,
for my,
I got
lives.
YouTube
Is that
running.
me or
We're
is that
getting
you?
double. Here we go. Okay, see, and that's another thing I
Okay.
do every time. So yeah, so you're already doing better than me, Steven. So no worries.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so for all of you guys that don't know, so Alec will in fact be on later on in the live stream. He's just currently running a little late, has some family stuff going on and whatnot, so he's a little bit behind. But today we are joined by Whiskey Wars. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Sean.
Yeah. So been doing this YouTube thing for just about a year now. It's been really great getting to know everybody on the whiskey tube. I mean, I do a lot of the same things that a lot of the other guys do, just reviewing whiskey and talking crap. But yeah, having a good time. Glad to be here with Steven and Alex. So looking forward to this matchup they got planned for us. Going to be some fun for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all pretty much think our like job title or whatever's basically just reviewing whiskey and talking crap about other whiskeys and whatnot.
Yeah, that is the thing we do for sure. Yeah, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So
Yep. Yeah. So today, we are doing a live of. Let me think. I totally spaced for some reason. We got Russell's 10, Eagle Rare, and then Bullet 10-year, and then up against that we have Knob Creek 9-year. I know you didn't have all of them, and I didn't have time
yeah.
to send you all of them. Correct?
So here's what I'm going to substitute for Bullet. I hope no one thinks this is like an unfair advantage. I mean, it used to be similar price point to the rest of them. So I know it's not now everywhere, but it is a 10-year product. So, and it's a different distillery than the others. So I think it'll be a fun matchup. So
Yeah. I never got. I've yet to try any of that McKenna stuff. I've heard like some of the bottles are fantastic and some are like, eh.
I, I,
So
I think this one's one of the I mean, it's not bad. It's just I doubt it will win tonight. I'd be surprised if it does. So
yeah, I mean, I kind of personally think all of these bottles are kind of in the grand scheme of the world of whiskey. For the price, I think
agreed.
some of them are phenomenal, but I think they're all just like they're all like decent whiskeys.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I'm
reason
with you.
Yeah, the reason I decided we should do this flight is because I know you disagreed with me on this one too. I did my Knob Creek 9-year review and I said it was terrible. Or well, maybe not terrible, but I didn't think it was worth the money. I think it's like a
Oh,
$20
okay.
bourbon.
You thought it was? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part. You thought it was a what?
I thought it was like a $20 bourbon. Like it wasn't terrible. I'm being dramatic by saying terrible, but
Oh
it
yeah.
definitely isn't worth $30 in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, so did I disagree with you? I don't know that. I mean, so Knob Creek Nine is not like a favorite of mine. I think it's decent. I don't dislike it, but I probably. I mean, I'm guessing it will probably finish. Actually, I need to grab mine. I'm guessing it will probably finish first tonight. Maybe it'll probably be between that and Eagle Rare. But does that make it phenomenal? No, I don't think so. I think there's a lot better stuff in the price range. I mean, just like Cooper's over there, I'd rather have that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we could go down a whole list. I'm sure you could too. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, actually, I would probably take Old Forester 100 over Knob Creek 9. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's usually $5 to $10 cheaper depending on where you're at.
Yeah. So Old Forester 100 is like $18 here.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that's
It's
probably like
insane.
12 cheaper than for you. Yeah, around here, unfortunately, Old Forester 100 is more like 22 to 25, something like that here in Southern Kentucky.
Yeah, with the quality of that, I'm definitely like I'm cool with $25 for Old Forester 100. I think that's where like the value kind of matches the quality
Yeah,
of it because it is pretty. There's a slight little tinge of ethanol that makes it
for
feel
sure.
very like young on
Yeah,
it. So
there's also like a little bit. I mean, not every bottle, but sometimes on some Old Forester 100. What's that?
Oh, no, I was just mouthing thank you for subscribing to Brian
Oh, okay. Okay.
without
Gotcha.
cutting you off. You continue saying.
Hey, all the people in chat that I haven't said hello to, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Average Dara, we got Dara and Julie and the amazing Sugar
Oh,
Kitty,
geez, I'm
uh,
behind.
and Slapshot and the Bourbon Bar. What's up, Holden? How we doing? Brian Toner, thank you for the sub, and thank you for watching me come over here and hopefully not embarrass myself.
Yeah, you're so much better at this than I am. I'm like dyslexic and erratic whenever I go to read chat, and it's just wild.
Oh, that's all right, man. Hey, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, man.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's things you're better at than me as well. So I just happen to be okay at reading, not good. And as the night goes on, you'll see that skill starts slipping pretty quickly. So anyway, yeah. So what were we saying? Oh yeah. So on Old Forester 100 proof, occasionally I'll get a little bit too much barrel spice, kind of like an astringent oak thing on the back end, like on the finish.
Mm-hmm.
Not all bottles, but sometimes I get that. So yeah, I think like you're saying, right around $25. That's kind of the cap for me for Old Forester 100 proof. That's if it goes above that, it's just not really quite worth the price point.
Yeah. I again completely agree. We got Cheech in the chat saying the first shenanigans is being not quite on time. Yeah, we're usually about like 30 seconds to a minute late. Around there.
What are you gonna do? Oh,
Yeah.
I say hi, Cheech. If I didn't, sorry, brother. Hello, Cheech. How we doing, man?
Yeah.
Cheech has the best voice in all of whiskey too. He's like got that just smooth, sexy, silky radio voice. You could listen to Cheech all night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and check out Whiskey Wars. Sugar Kitty just posted his link.
Thank you.
Got the pot still life in the house. Got Bourbon Bar. I'm trying to catch up on chat. Sugar Kitty.
While you're doing that, Steven, I forgot that we were because I saw 3 on screen, so I grabbed 3 glasses. I forgot there was a 4th.
Oh yeah, no worries. I ran out of my Knob Creek 9, so I have the sample, but I don't have the actual physical bottle anymore because I killed it this last weekend.
Gotcha. Well, I got this Knob Creek 9 here that maybe we'll kill tonight. We'll see.
I had cats for many years, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm probably skipping a few people's chat. I appreciate all of you guys for coming in and hanging out. For all of you new subscribers, we appreciate that as well. Last minute special guest, Sean from Whiskey Wars. It wasn't last minute. I just wasn't, when I made the thumbnail, I wasn't sure. So I canceled on him last week because I felt like crap and I wasn't sure we were going to do a live stream. And then I ended up just coming in here and talking to Alec like a depressed little kid or something. So then I was like, yeah, when you come on, I don't want it to be like some subpar performance or whatever. So we rescheduled for this week, but we didn't actually kind of hard line define that it was going to be this week. So by the time we didn't make the thumbnail, I just didn't, have it all
It's
squared
also
away.
partially my fault because, per usual, it took me half the day to get back to Steven's email because I never checked my emails. So, but anyway, glad to be here. We're gonna have some fun for sure.
Yeah, I have a weird issue where I'm either obsessively compulsive about checking my emails and like the YouTube Studio app, and I'm just like searching it, or I won't check it for a whole day, and I'll be like, oh no, I missed so much crap. Like it just like it flows. Like this whole weekend, I'm going down to Colorado for like a 5-day vacation with my girlfriend before we go to, or before I go to school for the Army and whatnot. So
Cool.
I'm going to be MIA. I have my videos all preloaded. I might respond to a few of them, but I'm probably going to be MIA.
That's the great thing about YouTube is you can send out 20 in a row if you want. If you got them all planned out and not even be around to press a button. That's the great thing about the scheduling function.
Yeah. So as always, with any of our live streams, before we get super heavy, and I know we've already kind of been talking back and forth, so we've already kind of passed that. But I like to ask, what have you been drinking recently, or what's new for you in the world of whiskey? So what's new for you, what's new for you in the world of whiskey, Sean?
Okay. So, I mean, anybody, well, okay. The dog is joining us. No, so anybody that's been watching the channel knows I've been building up to the March Madness thing. So I've been drinking a lot of bourbons under $40 just for kind of prepping for that, doing the reviews for that. Because I don't drink a whole lot unless I'm either doing lives or videos. So, but outside of that, I finally got a smoke wagon small batch like 2 weeks ago. So I've been sipping on that some. Got the Sam Houston 15 a couple weeks ago. Been sipping on that a little bit. Kind of say not blowing me away yet. I hope that gets better. Let's see what else. Always kind of sipping on the Elytra barrel proofs and some of the. Oh, actually, shout out to. Let me pull this bad boy up here. Where is it? Here it is. Got this guy. So shout out to Mash and Journey for their pick. This finally came in today, so really looking forward to that. So that will be in the near future for sure. Sipping on that.
Have you opened that one up yet?
I have not. Just came in today, and I didn't want to drink a whole lot before the stream. I wanted to be fairly sober going in, so I got
You
into
did
that.
the opposite I did. I filmed 2 videos, one with 4 bottles and then one with 2 bottles. So I'm like 6 samples deep, but I didn't drink all of them. So like, I'm not wasted, but after this flight, there very possibly could be some shenanigans.
Am I getting? Do I look blurry on your end as well? Because I look.
Yeah,
blurry.
a little bit. It looks like you went. Your focus went out.
Come on, camera. You can do it. You can do it. No. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll just be a little blurry. That's probably okay with most of the people.
Yeah, it's okay. They just want to hear your voice.
Well, do we want to sip on a little something beforehand, and while we wait on Alec?
Yeah, I mean, we can do like an impromptu review of something if you want. Something you see that I have that I haven't reviewed yet.
What better time than now? Since I already got it here beside me, let's see what the Mash and Journey gave us here, and I probably will. I'll be kind no matter what.
Yeah, I decided not to grab that one just because I'm on a saving money trip right now, I guess. I'm trying not to buy any new bottles, especially with me. I'm going to be gone for 2 months. So with that, I just didn't want all this. I didn't want to buy more stuff to just have it all sit around. So I'm just kind of going through and killing bottles recently.
Well, Steven, I know that you're probably doing top secret missions and things, but is there anything you can give us insight into in your schooling for the Army you got coming up?
I mean, for OPSEC cases, I'm not going to say much more than at the end of this current month. I'm going to be going to drill sergeant school, and then I'll be back in a few months, essentially.
Very cool, man.
Sounds good. So nothing too top secret, but also, I don't need to say anything more than I've already said.
I got you. No, I mean, I know there's, rules to be followed for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, this is the neck pour, so this has not had time to open up or anything like that, but we'll just go in here.
Hanging AZ says in the chat, I am liking the Whiskey Wars Tipsy Whiskey, Independent Joe, Fun with Whiskey collabs. Yeah, so actually, that's a good transition. I'll be going on Independent Joe's live stream. Let me see. It's not this upcoming weekend because I'm out of town, but it's the 12th. So we just swapped samples, I just sent out my samples to him today. So we'll be doing that. And that's going to be fun and interesting because kind of learned with the most recent blinds I've done, I've lost a step when it comes to blinding whiskey. I'm going to need to take it serious for next Saturday.
Yeah.
The next Saturday.
I feel the same way because Joe has already told me that I need to come on and do, the battle with him. I expect to fail miserably, but it'll be fun anyway.
Yeah, his rules are really cool. I like the way he does it because it's the one he sent me. It's like a whiskey you like that no one else likes, or a whiskey that you dislike and no one else likes. A whiskey that's your favorite, a whiskey that you think is going to be their favorite, and then I forgot what the other ones were. But essentially, it's kind of like a personalized flight. It's not a themed flight. It's more of a personalized, like, hey, do you know me type flight, or what, can you trick me up? I don't know. I was a little not rude, but I did go a little harsh with some of my proof points because he likes them to be either above or below 110 or 115. And I skimmed those numbers really closely in a few where I was like, after I sent it out, I was like, I might have gone a little bit too like mischievous on that one, but it's all part of the fun of the game, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, we'll have to tune in for that.
Yeah. What are you getting on the nose of that?
So, really on both sides, nose and palate, lots of barrel spice, which I'm totally cool with. So you're getting lots of cinnamon, baking spices, maybe a little nutmeg, lots of black pepper, maybe like red hots for sure on the finish, and also on the nose, or Fireball if you prefer, and not the crappy whiskey that I like the candy. um, there is like a slight chocolate note on the nose. Let me go back in again on the sip here. It's nice. It's really nice. I can't say anything that, I mean, if you like a really spicy bourbon, which I do, I think this is really actually, it reminds me a lot of the FAE-02, but I think it's a little more spicy than that. But, you know, the FAA-02 had a lot more wood influence than the FAA-01. So, you know, some of those darker woody tones. And this kind of has that going on with a little more barrel spice, so a little more cinnamon, black pepper. Yeah, it's good, man. I'm happy.
So you're telling me I should have bought it.
Yeah. It's not bad. I'm not disappointed. Yeah, it's kind of like cinnamon, red hots, little chocolate, lots of oak, but like toasty oak notes. It's really all the things I was hoping it was. So I'm not disappointed at all.
Yeah, Hanging AZ says Sean is turning into a maker's man. Eddie Russell is watching. I mean, I kind of agree. Wild Turkey used to be one of my favorite flavor profiles, and it's still one of my top favorites. But Maker's Mark was my least favorite for the longest. Yeah. And then I got into some of their wood finishing stuff, and that stuff is quality. Like those picks and that wood finishing stuff, that's fire.
Man, but I mean, really, I mean, like we were talking about, because you commented on my video earlier today. Really, the only thing I don't. Oh, wait, no, was it you? No. Anyway, I was talking with somebody. Really, the only thing I don't like from makers is standard makers. Everything else, I love. You know, the cast strength makers is like still great for 40, but it's not like I would rather have pretty much anything else in the makers line. But still a good bottle age. Yeah, it's just regular makers doesn't do it for me. And if folks in chat, if you're just a standard makers lover, then I apologize. It's just not my thing. I think it's kind of boring, honestly. There's just not enough going on there. But otherwise, yeah, Makers puts out some really quality stuff. So, yeah, I'm happy with the pick. So, if for some reason Jason or the Hawk are watching this in the future, past, whatever, cheers to you guys, man. This is a great pick. So,
yeah, maybe in the future, but not currently. I don't think I've ever seen any of them in any of my chats.
Me either. It's okay. Someday, Steve, we're all going to get there.
Yeah, Sugar Kitty says I keep Makers 101 around regularly. That's been kind of a hot topic of chat for some reason. Makers 101, because I'm not a big fan of it. I'm okay with Maker's Mark cash strength, but Maker's Mark and Maker's Mark 101 I don't care for one bit. Gotcha. And like a lot of people love Maker's Mark 101.
I mean, so if I had to like rank them just off the top of my head, it's you know, first the wood finishing series, if we're calling that the regular line, but I mean, because it is a kind of an annual release now. So that, and then 46 cast strength would be right below that, and then 101 for me, then regular 46, and then cast strength, and then standard Makers. That's how I would rank them. But you know, hey, everybody's different, so.
Yeah. The Bourbon Baller says, I feel like Knob Creek and Booker's are the weak links of the beam lines. So low proof Knob Creek, low proof younger. So the Knob 9, the rye I'm not the biggest fan of, but anything that's like the 120 single barrel picks or like the 115 type stuff. I really like all that stuff. The Bookers I had, because I've only tried one at a bar, it tasted like a solid $70 bottle. So it being
Yeah.
80 to 90 to $100, I don't know about that per se, but it was
I,
still
I love
good.
I love Sugar Kitty's follow-up question. There's nothing weaker than Basil Hayden's. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's true.
Oh my God, that's bourbon training wheels right there. Um, like if you're new to bourbon, then great, drink your Basil Hayden's. But like after you've had maybe like 5 others, I don't see you ever going back to Basil Hayden's. Why would I don't know. I don't want to crap on Basil Hayden's. I mean,
I'm comfortable crapping on it.
it made my do not buy list for a reason.
Mhm.
I cannot. And plus it's so expensive. I mean, some bottles of Basil Hayden's are $50-$60, and they're all 80 proofers. I don't get. Well, they're not all. Most of them are 80 proofers. So I don't get it. I don't get the Basil Hayden phenomenon. But
I mean, you do have to acknowledge at some point there was a point where you thought it was really good whiskey, though.
No, because so here's the thing. I started with 101. That was the first bourbon I ever tried. So even when I tried Basil Hayden's the first time, I was still like, well, it's not 101. When I say 101, I mean the turkey. Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, so even compared to 101, I don't think it's as good as 101. And 101 is usually half the price, probably less, probably like sometimes it depends on what state you're in. It might be a third the price. So yeah, I just don't see why you would buy Basil Hayden's. Also, on that comment that Knob Creek and Booker's is the weak links in the beam line, most of the links are pretty weak. The whole Jim Beam link is fairly weak. Well, there's a couple shining stars there, but I mean, for the most part, most of the Jim Beam line does nothing for me. The Double Oak's decent. You reviewed the single barrel here fairly recently, right?
Yeah, I like the single barrel. I like the
Yeah.
single barrel, the OGD 114,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
like
We're
Knob
calling that
Creeks.
Jim Beam line. Yeah. No, I mean like bottles that actually say Jim Beam.
Oh yeah, Jim Beam single barrel. That's the only Jim Beam line
Yeah.
or Jim Beam one I like out of the line. Like the Double Oak, it's just boring.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you compare it to other Double Oak products, it's just kind of like, this is kind of a nice start to get into that category, but not great. Yeah, I don't know. I think OGD 114 as Nate uh, Wydell, I hope I'm saying your last name right, said, yeah, absolutely a hitter. OGD 114. I really like the Bakers, the 7 year, and I'm talking about the small batch. Although the single barrels can be good as well, but I like the batch version better. It's more consistent. And like you were saying, Steven, Booker's is great, but it's great at like $70, not 100. So
Yeah, I think it's a solid 100, or as it was, solid $70 bottle.
yeah,
I would enjoy if they just remove the stupid wood box and maybe like the extra branding and just put out the whiskey how it is. But that's just my thought process. I don't really care for things to look cool on my shelves because I like to drink everything. Like every single bottle I have, it's either opened or if it's a duplicate of something, it's closed.
yeah,
I don't leave anything
I'm the
untouched.
same way. So right now I have probably let's see, 10 bottles that aren't open, and 3 of them I'm saving for giveaways, and then the others are duplicates. So yeah, everything else is open because whiskey's for drinking. So
Yeah, and hanging easy. I haven't found bakers either. By the way, you need to email us so I can give you some samples of stuff because I feel like I've promised you probably like 5 or 6 samples throughout all these live streams, and I'm like, hey, email me, and you never do. And I know you're local, so it's like maybe a 30-minute drive at most. I'm willing to do that to like share some stuff with you.
AZ is
That's just my
local.
thought.
Yeah, plus that'd be a cool meetup. Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to meet one of you guys in person. It's going to be super weird meeting some of you guys. Like if slash when I ever do meet some of you guys in person, it's going to be wildly different. But it's still exciting, and I need more whiskey friends local to AZ, anyways. I see a little bit here, mostly when the boom in sales and Booker's prices. I will shoot you an email. Oh yeah, Sugar Kitty also on the whole. We're killing time until Alec gets in because he said he'll be here in maybe at like 6:40, so another 13 minutes. Because I don't want to get into the flight without Alec, but I
Yeah.
don't really know what to talk about. I mean, we can. So here, let me.
Just ramble, man. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm a ramble. I'm good at that. I talk a lot. Sugar Kitty, the live or the flight you're sending me, would you prefer us do it on a live stream like this, or would you prefer I did it on a production level video? Both probably work for us. If it's a live, I might have to wait until after school, but just let me know.
There you go. Yeah.
Uh,
So, on the Booker's thing, it's like, so you can get one of these guys for 60, 70 pretty much all the time. So I don't know why you would go and step it up and pay 100 for Booker's, because most of the time, at least to me anyway, I don't think Booker's is as good as that bottle. So usually I like Electric Barrel Proof better. So why would I pay $30 more for something that I don't like as well? That's kind of my Booker's
mhm.
dilemma.
Yeah, ECBPs are starting to kind of hike up in there. I'm starting to see them around here for like 70, 80, 90. The last one I bought was the C921, and I bought that $400 because it just hit us, and I knew it was only going to be there for a short period of time, and I wanted to make a video. You know how it is, trying to get a bottle to do a review and release it while it's still kind of hot and trendy so you can get more views.
Yeah,
So had I bought it for myself, it would have been different, but
yeah, I
$100
waited so
worth it.
long. So I got mine through a Facebook group. There's a group of guys that I kind of communicate with. And it is secondary, I guess, technically. But I mean, I can get ECBPs if you wait a little while for like 75. So if I can't find them locally, that's what I do.
Mhm.
Um, and you have to meet up and all that crap, but whatever. But I was not even finding it in my area. So, and I didn't get it till late December. At that point, it was kind of whatever. So I didn't even do a review on it. I just, me and Charles from Fun with Whiskey, we just did a live and compared the three, and that was fun. Um, but yeah, like you said, it's certainly better to get them early so you can kind of do it in the right time frame.
Yeah, the hotter a topic is, the better review we'll do theoretically. But
Yeah,
again, we're both of us are so new, we hardly really know what's going to do well, because there's been things where I'm like, hey, this video is going to kill it, and then
yeah,
it doesn't do well. And there's some videos where I'm like so proud of it, and then I put it out there and no one watches it because it's on a weird ass topic or a weird ass bottle that no one's
yeah.
ever seen or cares for.
I mean, so like perfect example of that. I just released my Jameson video last week, I guess, and I thought it was close enough to St. Patrick's Day that it would do well, and it didn't. It hasn't hardly done anything, and whatever, it's fine. But then at the same time, I put out my Knob Creek 9 video. I don't know, some months ago, and honestly, the quality on that video, I'm not proud of that video at all. As far as the way it came out, I thought it was just kind of all right, and it's like, in your top viewed, it's like in my top 6 or 7, for no reason. It's just a Knob Creek 9 review, but for some reason it just took off. So yeah, like you said, it's hard to really guess what's going to do well and what won't. So
Yeah,
YouTube's a funny place.
yeah. Bourbon Baller says I have 2 picks I did for my store. ECP. You see, the more I drink, things start getting all tongue twisty.
All right.
ECBP 114.6 and then 139.3, both 10-year-old ECBPs. Those sound phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
I've
Those
never
good.
had any hazmat whiskey. I need to try some at some point, but I'm also kind of scared, or not scared, but I'm like, but why do I need to try that? Because I know it kind of starts getting increasingly more and more dangerous to your body to consume after it's like passes like 135.
Yeah, well, there is that, and then there's also that I don't. It depends for sure, but I mean, I've had a few, and it seems like some of them just drink way too hot. Like there's so much heat from the alcohol that it's hard to pick out like the nuances as far as flavors go. And I mean, some of them are decent. I mean, so I've had a JD barrel proof that was, it was 142, I think. So that's getting up there. But I like my 131 behind me better because I get more flavor out of it. So yeah, I don't know. Everybody's different though. Yes, there you go. Some light whiskey for sure, Sugar Kitty. Um,
Yeah, one day. All right.
um, so return question to you, Stephen. What have you been sipping on recently? You asked me. Uh,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to ask chat too. What's everyone drinking? What has everyone been drinking recently? For me, what have I been drinking? So today I drank, a Stag Junior, Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof, a bunch of random whiskeys that were sent in sample packs. So I did this samples swap with the Pot Still Life and Multicasking. So I sent them 4 samples, they sent me 4 samples, and vice versa and whatnot. So I tried out of the 8 samples that were sent, it was 7 brand new, like different whiskeys. I don't even remember what it's called. It's like a Moon Knock cash strength scotch. I don't know. It was fantastic though. It's 11-year-old cash strength Highland scotch, and it's fantastic. And other than that, I've just been drinking some. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, I'm packing. Sorry. Blanking on names. Barrel Seagrass, because my
oh yeah.
Costco had a sale on them, so I bought a few because no one else did. I bought one, and then I went back the next day, and they were still there, and I'm like, well, when in Rome,
For sure. So
I can't pass up on that at $70.
yeah, so that is such a good bottle, man. So me and Charles, we did a live rye whiskey war, kind of the more high end ryes. Although I did throw Wild Turkey 101 in there just for fun, the 101 rye, and the Barrel Seagrass finished first for me. So and it finished first for Charles as well. So yeah, that's such a killer bottle, man. Yeah, so if they're on sale, yeah, buy them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely an abnormal whiskey, but it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And
So
so,
I'm just going to say hi to some folks that have been
yeah,
saying
of
hi and
course.
haven't been replying. So we got Sperm Baller. I don't know if I said hi to you. If I didn't, then hello, brother. Tim Evans. Hey, man, how we doing? Uh, the infamous or famous, whatever, Zachary Jones. Hey, man, how we doing tonight? Richie Z. Hey, brother. Let's see here. I think that's Hostile Life. I don't know if I said hi to you. Welcome. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching Steven. He's such a great human. He needs more views, more subs. Give him all the things, people. And then WFA Bartram. Not familiar with you. I don't know. This may be the first time we're meeting. So
He's
hello.
yeah, he's one of our friends. He's a Will. What are you? He's some sort of doctor in the Navy. Not doctor. He's like I don't want to say nurse because I feel like that's derogatory to his position as well. But it's like he's in medical
Okay.
in the Navy. He's great. By the way, did you get my message today? We could talk offline, as it was. 81 in AZ at 6:30. Yeah, switched into the summer whiskeys already. On that note, though, so I'm going to Colorado
Uh-huh.
for 5-6 days. What should I bring, and what is too much whiskey? Because I feel like so right now I have Seagrass packed and an Old Elk, just normal, like low proof, 88 proof bourbon. And I feel like that's not enough. And I also don't know like what pairs well with snow, because from Arizona I don't know snow well enough to know what's gonna pair well with it.
I like spicy barrel proofs myself when it's cold out, but yeah, that's my thing. What do you got, Chad? What are we thinking?
Yeah,
Corpseman, he
a
says.
corpseman. Okay, yeah. Just finished a bottle of Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout straight from the Dragon's Tit. That sounds fantastic. Barrel aged stouts are
Yep,
perfect.
for sure. For
Sure,
sure.
you can find whiskey in Colorado. Yeah, no, there's a few distilleries out there I'm planning on checking out, like Telluride, because we're gonna be in Ouray. It's Ouray. Should be fun.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do, Steven, is I would just bring a couple and then take a little time and do some hunting and see what you can find and sip on whatever you
Mhm.
find.
Yeah, do as much. So I can stop by like maybe like 3 or 4 stores before my girlfriend gets pissed off. So
I got a wife that's similar, so I understand.
yeah.
Yeah, they run out of patience real quick on the bourbon hunting. Yeah, you got to get in and out pretty quick, or else they have no patience for it.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, if that there was like a realm of that with shoes or something, or whatever your special significant other is into, I'm sure we would both be. Because if she took me, like, I mean, she's not that heavily into shoes, but if she was in the way I am with whiskey, I would be like, do we have to stop by another shoe store? Really?
Yeah,
They're all the same.
that's I think that's the biggest thing is they don't really get what you're trying to do. Like even when you explain it, it's hard for them to if they're not into it, if they're not trying the different whiskeys, then they don't really appreciate how different whiskeys could be and all that. Yeah, so yeah, like you said, they're all the same. I'm sure that's how they kind of feel.
Yeah. Sugar Kitty says we have a local store with a bottling company that does mostly MGP bottles. They just announced that they have an empty rye barrel. They're going to put stout into. Oh, that sounds fantastic! Like barrel aged stout, but aged in rye whiskey,
Yeah,
especially 95.5 MGP rye. I'm all in for that.
that is interesting. Yeah, very
Remus Repeal Batch 3. I've
man.
heard those are so fantastic. I've tried the 5 and I loved it, but I also tried it at a bar. So like it was in a Glencairn, but I feel like the atmosphere of taking it serious, you need to be somewhere where you're entirely comfortable. And I'm
Yeah,
not the most comfortable at bars because I don't go to bars very often.
I'm with you. So it's funny. As much as we drink, and yet bars are not really my thing. Alec, what is up, man?
Hello, how we
Took you long
doing?
enough.
Sorry, man, gotta do things, all right? But I'm here, I'm available, I'm now.
About to call Shelby and put her in check.
Oh, is
I'm
that
just
what's gonna
kidding.
happen? I
No.
think she'd probably reach to that phone and choke you.
Nah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that would not go your way,
That
Steven.
mama
Never
bear
met
strength.
Shelby, but I just feel
Yeah.
like it wouldn't go well.
You know, she's got a tight grip, I'll put it that way, okay?
As you
All
were,
right.
not a single soul wants to know about anything of that.
I feel like we're
nature,
getting
buddy.
off topic rather quickly. Anyway,
Well, that happens during Steven and I's rants, so
Yeah.
it should be expected by now, you know?
All
so
right.
we've never met in person. So I'm Sean. In case you don't know, good to meet you finally. And
You as well.
watched
As you know, I'm
watched you
Alec.
many times. Yeah, watched you many times. But yeah, good to finally meet. So very cool.
Yeah, for sure. But how's it been so far? What are we doing today, huh?
Good,
The
good.
10-year-old blind?
We're talking crap until you show up. That's
Yeah,
literally the last 40 minutes. Damn, you were on, like, you said 6:40, and I was like, he's going to be more like 6:45, 6:50, knowing him. 6:40,
Look,
I'm impressed.
Hey man, I told you I was doing something when I got here. I'd get here, and I'm here. Okay. So what's up?
Zachary
There we go.
Jones in chat saying, I want to hear about that tight grip. That's between
Oh.
Alec and Shelby.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
Hurry up,
Alec,
goodbye.
did you get the? I think it should be labeled 910 flight or 10-9.
Yeah. Well, we have all of them on here, but yeah.
Yes. All right, so
Yeah,
that's the one we're
got it.
getting into.
So, Steven, do we want these in any particular order? I'm gonna spin them all up anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But
So for
As long as
me-
we're all in the same vial, basically. That's what matters.
So the way me and Alec do it is I will put them in order of it, and then I'll pour them like 2 weeks beforehand, and then I will write it on a key and I'll forget what it is. So technically I do pour all these, so it's not the most blind for me,
It's blind
but my memory is not good enough to even
Yeah, I
remotely
rely on
remember which
Steven's
one's
brain
which.
to make this really
gotcha.
blind.
Okay, so I didn't prep that far ahead, so I'm just gonna pour them and then spin them up, and they'll probably be in a completely different order than yours.
No worries.
We'll get through it.
If anything, it just makes all of your testaments better. Okay, you'll be out there like just calling it as is, and Steven and I will be completely offbeat.
Yeah, and we're putting Bullet 10 up against Eagle Rare, Russell's 10, and Knob Creek 9. He's putting McKenna 10, which is a bottle we've yet to try.
This is the only one that'll be different than your setup. And I just realized I don't have a pen, so we got to fix that.
No worries. Alec, what have you been drinking
There
recently?
it is.
I was super excited to tell you about this. So last weekend went up to Bryce Canyon with Shelby, but the first night we actually stayed in Flagstaff with some of my coworkers, and one of them, he actually brought a bottle of Green Spot with. So him and I got to sit back and have a glass, and it was quite nice.
Cool.
Is it worth it? It's at Costco right now for like $40 or something.
That's exactly where he got it
because it's 40% ABV. So I'm like,
I'll put it to you like this: it's
no,
like no. Actually,
the way you started that, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so you mean it's garbage?
Doesn't sound positive.
No. So I was gonna say that it's like the Glendale. It's got a really good body, lots of good flavor. At 40%, no real bite or anything like that. However, I will say that it has really nice, like crisp notes of like a green apple, actually, and then it is really like it actually has a finish for being a 40% ABV. It has a finish, which I dug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate Weidel. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong too. But
Always.
Nate, go ahead and check his YouTube channel out, Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. Sugar Kitty or any one of the other mods in the house, if you don't mind posting his link, as well as anyone else's who's in chat. We'd appreciate that. He says Green Spot is fantastic, $40. Grab it. I might just do it because I actually need an Irish whiskey. I don't have a single Irish whiskey.
So if you grab me one as well, because the $40 price, I was like, okay, that doesn't sound bad. And then after trying it, I was like, this is worth $40.
Okay. Yeah, Slapshot says, have had 2 McKenna 10s. First bottle was awful, almost drain poured it. Second was amazing. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard they're very unreliable.
Yeah, so this one here, this is an oaky bastard. This one here, so
Russell's 10.
It's probably this particular bottle. Yeah, it'll probably stick out, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
The Pot Still Life, all great prices. Green Spot is like 80. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. How much was that local craft sample you guys sent us? Don't name it because I don't want to give away the review or anything, but I was very impressed with whatever that was. But I know craft can sometimes be where a bottle that's like supposed to be like $40 or $50, they charge $100 for because, well, craft.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. Those are great. I don't love the small batch, but the Uncut Unfiltered are fantastic. Green Spot is going to be my St. Patty's video. Ooh.
I like the spinning wood, by the way. That is we should get one of those, Steve. I think
like
that's
to watch
it.
I like to watch him spin his wood. Yeah, okay.
Spinning
that's
wood is the best wood.
I love watching him spin that wood. Let's just put it like that.
Hey, well, whatever does it for you, brother. I'm not here to judge. Yeah, so.
That's right.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of those Lazy Susans or whatever, and like slightly drilling holes enough to fit like a Glencairn base in it. So then we can just
use
like
a Dremel to basically get the base of the Glencairn.
Or not a Dremel, but like a something. I don't know.
It would take, kind of like Alex said, it would take a drill, because just a whole saw is just going to make a circle. So you wouldn't be able to sit. Yeah, I need to take the time to do that with mine. Just make a little indentation so they don't slide.
Yeah.
My router, I could do it with the router.
There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm a tool guy. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
No one said you didn't. It's okay. It's
Not
okay,
really.
Steve.
Nate says Greenspot is going to be a St. Patty's video. Go ahead and check him out. I believe Sugar Kitty posted his link up there, and check out his, review. He has a wonderful palette, and I like that he keeps it simple. He doesn't get too extra.
Gotcha.
The Pots to Life says it was like $65. That's a pretty good bottle for $65. Especially craft, because there's an extra craft tax for everything you do in the world of craft whiskey.
That's exactly right. So, chat, just so you guys know, so you can hold me to it later. So, A is McKenna, B is Eagle Rare, C is Russell's 10-year, and D is Knob. So, we'll see how it goes. See if I can pick these things out and see which one comes out on top.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
I think a lot of people think that this guy's just going to like destroy them. I really don't think so. I don't think it's that kind of bottle. So,
yeah, I don't think it is. Zachary Jones says Steven is a tool guy. Fair enough.
Absolutely.
The Bourbon Ranch. Sup nerds. Sup Trev. I also sent out I texted you already as it was. I'm all over the place. I'm like 6 samples deep. And you know how filming goes. You don't drink all of them.
Wait. Has everyone been holding Steven to his mess up words rule?
No, I'm like 5 drinks behind if we're following that rule.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if that's a safe game to play tonight, because he pre-gamed a lot.
Well, yeah, I think that's the best time to play this game. See, so that way when he goes to work tomorrow, all he's thinking is that son of a bitch.
That's a fair point. Also, hey Trev, and good chatting with you last time about Metallica, man. That was fun. We need to. So, quick self promotion. I'm sorry, Alex, Steven, but me and Mashbill, and we're gonna try and get Marty from Whiskey Nose in there. So I don't know if you guys ever watched 21090 show on Tuesday nights. Glam and Drams, but we might we're gonna be in chat with them to yes, exactly, sure, Kitty. Spun the knobwood.
There you go.
We're gonna be in talks with them about being the official after party and doing a metal show after their Glams and Drams. So we'll see how that works out. We're still kind of working out all the stuff, but we'd love to have some other guys that are metalheads on the show in the future that also drink whiskey. So if you're in that category, like Trevor or you guys, I don't know if you're metal guys, but we'll have some fun, man. Anyway, let's get to this. If you caught me
15 years ago when I was a kid, or actually maybe not 15, maybe
I was
like
going to
10
say,
years
come on,
ago.
Steve. That wasn't that long.
I was going to say, how old are you?
Over-exaggerating my age statement a little bit. But if you caught me, 10 years ago?
I'd say 7 years ago. 7 years ago, Steve and I were rocking out in his Jeep, all the Stowns just going full blown with. We had lots of Five Finger. We had a Bullet for My Valentine. We had like all kinds of stuff that we were jamming to back in those days. And then somehow we lost it. I don't know how, really.
Yeah. Hey, and AZ just named your guys' new collaboration channel.
Yes, Metal Face. AZ has great names for stuff, man. He's already named, if I ever get big enough to do a barrel pick, the first barrel pick name is going to be Old Cuban Shoe, thanks to Hanging AZ.
Old Cuban Shoe.
There's some backstory there, which I'll let AZ explain. He does a much better job of it than me. So, but yes, Blackened is the end. Absolutely, man. Blackened is such a good song. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So
with how Trev is, I cannot see Trev into like hardcore metal.
Oh,
I don't. Just his demeanor, I don't see it.
He's a military guy, man. Metal makes total sense if you're in the military.
So am I, but like,
Hey, Steve, you did like metal when you joined the military, so he's not off base.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, I still like metal. It's just like I like it for the gym, and that's kind of where I leave it at.
Yeah,
so,
like you can't listen to it when you're hanging out with Olivia or when you're with like her parents or anything like that. It's never that setting. I mean, it's when you have your alone time.
Yeah. Like,
Trev, send me that.
What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like if you're home by yourself, you're just having some chill time. You know, you pour a glass of whiskey and put on some metal. It's good time for just good time for you. You know, just some you time.
Yeah,
no, I completely agree.
My stepdad's in a metal band.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out Pelvic Meatloaf.
Pelvic Meatloaf.
Swear to God, that's the name. They're on YouTube. They got some YouTube videos. He's a drummer.
It's awesome. Yeah.
He's a phenomenal drummer. Do I like their music? Not really, because it's not my style or scene anymore. But he's fantastic at what he does. And his son, my stepbrother, Holden, he's also a fantastic musician. He's like a jack of all trades. It's crazy.
Now that's not the same Holden from the Bourbon Bar, is it?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say that'd be a crazy coincidence.
No, he's still in high school, I think. I don't know.
He's a youngin.
He's in high school.
He's not of drinking age.
He just recently learned how to drive.
Yeah.
Hey, what is up? Independent Joe in the house. What's up, man?
Yep. Independent Joe, Zachary Jones, Brian. Independent Joe's for great whiskey, blah, 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 blah. Check out and go sub to Whiskey Wars because he's fantastic. And I'm behind on comments, but is your shirt Western or country? Hanging AZ really wants to know.
I'm going to say Western.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Hanging AZ, do you by chance know my stepdad?
that would be pretty funny.
Yes,
he's been at the shows. Maybe he's there.
Rich, John. I don't know the rest. I know Rich officiated their wedding, and John's my stepdad. I don't know. They're all fantastic guys. I've been to a few of them. Stephen, it's heavy metal screaming that they play in horror movies. Dan and our boys love it.
See, Dan's my guy. I said last week on their stream, I said, Dan is my what is it? Not spirit animal. That's the wrong word. Whatever the thing is.
Your twin flame?
No.
Are you talking about Dan Like?
Yeah.
Dan Like is who I wish I am at his age.
Exactly.
He's not to be like trendy or lame. He's hashtag goals for me. He has an attractive wife, super bougie house, an amazing collection. He's funny. He's everything I wish I could be.
He's not keeping Julie around because he sucks. He's Julie because Dan's freaking awesome. and Julie's awesome. And if you guys aren't watching them, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Anyway.
Yeah, so Hanging AZ might know my stepdad. That's cool. That's wicked.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay. We're like an hour behind normal thanks to Alec. So let's get into this with Glass A. So to remind everyone, we are out. Trev just texted me. Oh, that's going to be enjoyable to watch later.
So to remind everybody, this is our blind. We have our bottles marked A through D. Steven poured these about 2 weeks ago and then sent some home with me. We're opening up now. Ideally, he doesn't know what they are. I obviously don't know what they are, but we're going to give a little bit of notes on the nose, the palate, and then afterwards we're going to try to figure out what's what and what's best. That's
it. And mine won't be in the order that he just described, but same bottles, sort of.
Yeah. He's just got a little bit of a knob spin to it.
That's it. That's the thing.
He spun his wood a little bit. Any of my mods, can you guys go ahead and post Like Time Whiskeys link in chat as well as Independent Joe's? They're both fantastic, as well as anyone else's you feel like posting. I don't care who, as long as you're supporting good people.
And Joe, brother, just while I got you here, I have not forgotten about your samples. I just been busy the last couple of days, but I'm getting them to you, man. Tomorrow, I promise. I'll get them all packaged up and out to you.
This one's chocolatey, Alec. So I know me and Alec have the same exact samples, and Whiskey Wars were likely very different.
Yes, but there is a 1 in 4 chance that they are the same. Actually, no.
It's a higher variance because he
has one different
bottle.
So
I got McKenna in the mix.
Yeah, so technically 1 in 5 chance.
I'm thinking this is the McKenna. It's either the McKenna or the knob, but I don't think it's the knob because that ball is really low, and I can't imagine the nose being that prominent.
Yeah. This is chocolatey oak, cherries, vanilla.
A little bit of grape.
I'm not getting any grape.
No, I've got some grape, the vanilla. It's got a little bit of a nutty background, kind of like cashews.
You're getting grape. I'm thinking that's the Eagle.
I know, but I'm not thinking grape at all. Independent Joe says, keep your samples, Sean. We don't want them no more.
Ooh, the shade.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but, you know. Skull Crusher nonstop for like 10 days straight. Yeah. Okay, so Sugar Kitty researched their band. I mean, I got drunk off of... There's a... So they got...
Oh, I remember that. Skull Crusher!
The Skull Crusher... Yeah. Skull Crusher!
Skull Crusher!
So I think it was some sort of PR thing or whatever. There was like a mixed shot company that like called their stuff Skull Crusher. So they gave them a bunch of free like Skull Crusher shots. And we were like 18, 19 in Mexico. And they were like, well, you guys can legally drink here. So me and Alec got wasted on that.
Absolutely. Was it delicious? No. But was it worth it? Yes.
I think it was all worth it.
I'm pretty sure that's the McKenna. I'm pretty sure whatever the first one is McKenna. So just very typical bourbon notes, vanilla, caramel, brown sugar, a little creaminess, some barrel spice, just, very middle of the road bourbon. Nothing really out of the box at all. So,
yeah. For Art A, it's so oaky, vanilla caramels, cherries, a slight tinge of like peanut butter and chocolate. I'm going Russell's 10.
I was going to say that'd be my guess based on your description.
Yeah, no, I don't get any grape on the palate.
Was it a placebo effect, Alec?
It very well could have been, but no, this has definitely got way more of like the mouthfeel. Reminds me a lot of Russell's 10 because it's got this nice like tingliness that goes with that nutty, like really oaky profile. So I'm not 100% sure on Russell's 10, but I'm leaning that way.
And see, my Russell's is really oaky. So
yeah,
that sounds like the right one.
Yeah.
Russell's 10 was one of the first bottles, like $30 bottles that I got super heavy into when I first started.
Back when it was $30.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's like 32. Terrible.
I know. It's the worst.
Getting into B now.
I'm still seeing $29.99 around here, but that's probably the only bottle we've talked about so far where it's cheaper here because most of them seem to be cheaper out in the AZ.
Yeah, I would say what like Hanging AZ says, bring like a U-Haul, but I don't think that's going to be very cost effective.
No, probably not. Just a large backpack.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Bourbon Wrench says there's a video on my YouTube or on YouTube of my deathcore band playing a live show in 2013. Definitely won't tell you guys how to find it. So some of you guys who are really good at locating things,
sir, chat. Let's
find it. Make it happen.
We need the link in chat.
Spamming it.
Yes,
spam it.
We're gonna let's play it on this live. Come on, we got to do this tonight.
Yeah, and any of my mods, if you wouldn't mind posting the Bourbon Wrenches channel in there as well. He's going to be joining us here shortly, just like Sean did for a peated Scotch flight, which is going to be fun because he despises Scotch, especially peat.
Interesting.
Forever.
That'll be fun.
And we were such good buddies last night with the Metallica talk, and now I find out you hate peat.
Well, I don't know if he said he hates peat. He just says he doesn't like Scotch.
Okay.
Well,
he says
maybe he just hasn't had the right Scotch.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Speyside scotches. They don't do anything for me. But when we talk about Islas or Highland scotches, then we're talking about a whole different thing. So.
What are you getting on this, Alec? I'm not getting much. It's like a tart green apple and vanilla.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has like a young kind of aroma to it. Not to say what that could be out of all of these, but it's like a very.
Well, they're all 10 years old.
Well, technically the Knob 9 is 9, but
yeah,
but it's not nutty.
I know, but it's like it just feels like super ethanol-y. It's got like like a florally note. It's got a little bit of like a spice to it, but other than that, I mean, it's not super oaky. It doesn't have a ton of vanilla or any like a thick kind of like tone to it. So I'm not sure.
There's a very heavy cherry note on here. Yeah, so the Bourbon Wrench
I can almost say raspberry, but yes.
I can see that. I can maybe handle 1 or 2 scotches that I tolerate, then the rest are just meh or nah. I'm pretty sure.
That's an N-O no.
So. Meh or nah.
No.
I'm paraphrasing, bro. I'm paraphrasing.
No.
I think for me, glass 2 is Knob Creek. Pretty sure.
Nutty.
Yeah, nutty and a little more spice than glass 1, and a little more ethanol kick. Kind of things that you weren't. I feel like maybe weren't you kind of feeling like this glass for you guys is Knob Creek?
I think it might be Knob. I might be wrong there, but it just feels really young to me. So
I'm going Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare?
It's light. It's very cherry forward. Almost getting to that medicinal point now, because I know when I was on your channel last, Sean, we tried this, and I wasn't getting a huge like cherry note, but today I'm getting a heavy cherry note.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what you're blinding against. But yeah, I mean, so this is my cherry Eagle Rare, and then the grape one is over there, which I hardly ever drink because I don't like the grape note in that.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I'm glad someone has sensibility in this channel.
Yeah, no, I cannot do the Eagle Rare grape note when you get that bottle. That's just it's kind of like old number 7 grape note. It's like that same weird, nasty, astringent grape thing that just does not do it for me at all.
Sugar Kitty, if you know where that link is, I'm in the Patreon. I have to see it. Have to.
Wait, do we have a link?
Glenmorangie 18 is pretty good. We like a lot of the Glenmorangies. I'm a huge fan of those. Flan?
Flan? You like some flan?
Man, Nate Wielden with the Ron Burgundy quote. Fantastic, man.
Man, that's the only thing I don't like about putting my screen on full screen. I can see you guys better, but I can't see the chat.
It's okay. We'll tell you all the important things.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Scotch. I love Scotch. Nate, I'm starting to kind of follow you in that path. Not Scotch particularly, but there's something about malt, like single malts, that I truly enjoy. I've gone down a huge rabbit hole of American single malts. I just got a huge shipment from Westward. So Westward sent us their 3 mainstay bottles and a sample of their cash drink stuff, and I'm super excited to get in those. I've yet to try them because I got them literally yesterday, but I've gone in a huge kick. I've tried Stranahan's and a bunch of other stuff, and that stuff is fantastic. It's like budget Scotch, but like if it was mixed with American whiskey in a weird way, if that makes sense.
Cool. Sounds like your wet dream, Steve.
Exactly. That's why it's like I'm all over it recently.
Okay. What's up, Live Wire? How we doing, man?
Grudge drinking a bottle of Johnny Black, but when I'm done, I will buy some Glenmorangie. Buy the La Santa, the 12-year-old. It's like $35 at Total Wine, and it's
La Santa is so good.
Really good for what it is.
I think that was our overall favorite, right, of the Glenmorangie pack.
No, the Quinta Ruban. I know I'm butchering all those names, and I'm putting some weird accent on it.
But you want to be Spanish, but you're not Spanish.
Yeah, close, but like not Spanish, like Spain Spanish. But the Quinta Ruban, the 14-year-old port finish one, I think was our favorite overall. But price-wise, that's like 60, 70. And then the other one's like 30, 35. So take that as you will.
Be mad, right?
Yeah. Live Wire Whiskey. Yep, it's a total party. You guys should join us one time. I mean, if you guys can make it. We'd appreciate to have you guys on. You guys are fantastic and kill it as well.
See, the only thing that would make this party like complete is a little bit of heavy metal in the background. Okay, if we could just get that background going, we could just jamming. I think it's a possibility.
There's a way to put music back here. I just need to figure it out. I just don't know if I have the mental capacity right now to do that. But
I would love to put the volume at like 1 or 2, so you can barely hear it, just to see which of us pick it up and we're like, dude, yeah, oh yeah, turn that up, man. Like who's gonna catch it first?
Yeah. Hanging AZ says Sacred Stave American Single Malt is supposed to be good, and it's local.
Yes.
It's pretty good. It's not the best single malt for the price point. I think it's quality.
And considering it is craft.
Yeah, we got too much Scotch talk going on. We need a about face away from all that. Have to try Compass Box story.
I was gonna ask another Scotch question, but then I saw that comment, so we'll steer away from that.
I mean, we can continue talking. Eric, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I got to give the people what they want.
Steven's
we'll start dunking cookies in the Scotch. Will that make you happy?
God, I hope it's shortbread.
No. What's up, Sean?
No. So I was going to ask you guys about what your feelings are on peated scotches. Do you have any favorites?
Yeah, for me, it depends on the day, but majority of the time, if I want scotch, I want peated scotch. There are some non-peated scotches that I do enjoy, but like even in I think it was the last live stream before that, but Steven poured me that Port Charlotte, and I hadn't had that Port Charlotte in probably a year, and having that like really nice, like slightly peated scotch was just so good. I honestly, I don't know. It really depends on the mood, but I never would say that I'm not in the mood for scotch. It's just that I'm sometimes not in the mood for heavily peated scotch.
I get that. So I'm an Ardbeg guy. Love them. But again, it's certainly a mood thing. It's not something I'm going to drink like 4 or 5 glasses of in a night. It's probably like 1 or 2 pours, and then I'm kind of done with that.
You never wake up in the morning wanting a peated scotch, right? Like that's just not a thing.
And I always wake up wanting bourbon. So
there you go. Yep. There you go.
Yeah. Jack in chat says, I'm down with some heavy metal, but you cannot tell me none of these whiskey drinkers don't listen to honky tonk. I mean, that's true. I'm pretty sure we all listen to country music. I mean, Sean's wearing a cowboy hat inside.
I've got my lovely picture right here. That should tell you everything you need to know about me.
So, we were gonna get to that because I got the real deal right there.
Oh, hey, I can go grab a rack from the garage. Okay, I just can't have it inside because it doesn't fit the mood in here sometimes.
The one you turned into your dog's toys?
You were told by someone.
Yes, exactly. Sean knows what I'm talking about, okay?
That's why this little guy's down here in above my whiskey, because he wasn't allowed to be other places. So
Yep. Well, and that's why he's in the garage, because that is technically my man cave.
There you go. Yeah.
The man cave you can't hang out into 10 months out of the year.
Well, yes, okay. It can only hang out between like November and basically February, okay? But it's a good time. It's a good time, okay?
Let's go ahead and get on to C. Sorry, I know we're getting super distracted, and I'm completely enjoying this. I could go all freaking night and not talk about any of this whiskey, but we got a job to do, gentlemen.
That's the problem that I have as well, Steven. Like when me and Charles do these lives, we never get to really doing the thing we're supposed to do. We just talk crap. And
it's a guideline, okay? Steven says 10-year blind is the title here, but we all know that it's going to be like 85% talking crap and then 15% talking whiskey.
We'll certainly mention whiskey at least once or twice.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whiskey Mutant in the house says, just give me snacks and I'll be okay. I mean, we could do that. Dude, Eric, you've completely ruined me. I just like whenever I have a cash strength whiskey and I'm chilling for the rest of the day and I have anything snacky, I like to try to pair it with whiskey now. It's a problem. Scotch is fantastic. I agree, especially peated stuff. It's not an everyday type thing. It's more of like a few times a month type thing for me, but there's some nights where you just want to get some peat.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Are we allowed to go back and forth yet, or are we saving that for later?
We'll save that for later, but you can do you.
I was going to say, if you feel up to it, go for it.
This is a little bit of like a loose ship. Yeah. I mean, you're the first collaboration we've had on the actual channel, so this is a completely new thing for us.
Oh,
and we're learning out. how to do this. Don't
I'm
care.
glad I popped your cherry. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Cherry.
That's not the phrase I would have liked to use, but I get what you're saying.
That's why I went with it. I figured it'd be the most awkward way to phrase that. So,
Hanging AZ says, I go to Scotch channels and talk about bourbon. Ask Ken at Scotch Down Under. Yeah, every time I go there, I want to go to the store and buy a bunch of scotch. Like today, I almost went and bought a bottle of scotch for like $110. And then I reminded myself I'm saving money.
Good job, Steven. Good
So,
job.
White Wine Spritzer is a good metal tune.
I'm going back in conversation a little bit here, but I'm curious what Jack meant by honky tonk exactly, because there's certainly a variety in the country genre. So
I think honky tonk generally just means country, kind of loosely. Like, yes, there is honky tonk, which is like honky tonk, but then if you hear someone say honky tonk, your first thought should be something in the country realm. I would like to believe that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Rather than being
like, for sure. But, what I mean is, there's certainly some country music I like, and there's also some country music that just drives me insane. So that's why I'm curious what Jack means by honky tonk, because you need to be specific, brother. Because there's some stuff I could listen to, all day, and then there's some other stuff that I'd rather walk into traffic. So it's a mixed bag.
Okay, fair enough. That is a good question. Okay, what is everyone's honky tonk in definition of country music?
Yeah, Alec, go ahead and read this.
Oh,
sorry, I closed it out. I forgot you can't see chat.
My boy,
Heat your pants.
I'll let you get that. To be honest, it took me like 3 read-throughs to get it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was I felt shame.
Hey, that's fine,
yeah,
honestly.
we needed that.
Everyone, go watch this.
In the mix.
Watch this link.
Everyone, yes.
Later, not right now, but like open a new tab, put it in there, and wait for this to end. And
that's the background music for this live stream.
Joe found it. Perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whiskey goes well with blues. I like whiskey with casual country music.
Oh, dude, see, honestly, I can kind of like not blues necessarily, but for me, it's definitely 70s music. I love 70s music. Generally, I like 70s music, but then having a glass of whiskey, it just like sets it even more. I just feel like it vibes. It vibes so well. That's my opinion.
Alec, when you say 70s, you mean like 70s rock or
just like I mean like Garfunkel or Elton John or honestly like anything in that general realm is kind of like my mom. I bless her
Tiny
heart.
Dancer.
Yes,
Tiny Dancer. All you had to say.
That's my favorite whiskey song.
Honestly. Yeah, no, there was one day that my mom and I we were painting at my parents' house, and she was like, "Alec, can you put on some 70s music?" And I was like, "What kind of 70s music, Mom?" She's like, "70s music." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And so I go on to Spotify, pick like a random 70s music playlist, and she's like, "Yeah, this is kind of like it." And then as soon as like Simon and Garfunkel comes on, I watch her go into this frenzy of painting. She's like doing it like in the best mood of her life. It was incredible. So that's the 70s music that I kind of learned to vibe to recently.
Yeah, cool. Well, I agree, AZ. I love listening to some blues or like some. So it's hard to kind of categorize Sean James. All right, if anybody is familiar with Sean James, so he's kind of like folk as well as blues and also rock. It's kind of a mix of those things.
Like soft rock bluesy area.
I mean. Well, I could pull it up, but then there's the whole copyright strike thing.
Yeah. Everyone needs to go check out Sean James after this, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Well, I could probably play like 2 seconds of something just so you kind of get a feel for if my phone would do a thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not monetized, so I don't think it really matters.
That's true. That's a fair point. And plus, you can always just delete that segment out of your live later. I've done it a couple times.
I mean, I would prefer not to have to do any real work, but
I get you. No, so I'll just do it on my phone, and I'll just play like 5 seconds just so you can kind of get a feel for what I mean, and then I'll shut it off.
Bullet 10, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
C's Bullet 10.
You found the MGP?
Yep.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Once you taste an MGP, you know pretty much immediately.
Isn't Bullet? I thought Bullet was 4 Roses.
It used to be. I almost certain. Check the back of the bottle. It should say Indiana on the back of the bottle. So if it doesn't say Indiana,
distilled in Louisville, Kentucky. So this is Four Roses.
Okay.
And this stuff is super floral. That's why I'm like, no, this is definitely Four Roses.
Yeah, well, comparing C to B, I was going to say B is nuttier, but C is a little bit more of the florally flavor. So I think I'm going to agree with you on that.
I'm going to get caught up on chat here really quickly. The Bourbon Ranch set as a security was on repeat in my headphones. Whiskey Mutant, you're in a metal band too, right? Because I know you and Perry are super heavy into, music and stuff like that. Also, if someone could post My Burping Podcasts link on YouTube in here, as well as Whiskey Mutant on Instagram, if possible. They're both awesome dudes. I found it in my inbox text by the author. Not sure what's going on there. Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Thank you for that, Richie, saying I'm a great dude. I'm probably not, but I appreciate the compliment anyway, man. I don't know what I did to achieve greatness, but thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You wore that shirt. That's what you did.
Yeah, I'm behind in chat as well. I just realized it wasn't updating.
Yeah, it's mine's like super far behind. I'm like, okay, and we need to get through some of these. Sorry if I skipped your chat, by the way. If you said something important that you want me to read out or say or whatever, even if it's something like Zachary Jones, just put it again or add us. I'll say it.
Zachary Jones.
Here's a real quick, guys. This is Sean James.
Which song is this, by the way?
This is Burn the Witch.
Yeah, no, I have not heard that at all.
Okay, so it's kind of that's the feel. That shouldn't be enough to get a copyright, but I know that's a very small sample, but anyway.
Okay, real quick, Sean, just because I dig it. Do you know Dermot Kennedy?
Like the name sounds familiar. I would probably.
Yeah, he's way big right now because he's kind of like a pop folk, but honestly, some of his older stuff is really good folk music, so definitely check it out.
Okay. Cool, man. Will do.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already. Yeah. My personal goal, so by the end of this month, we will stop doing live streams heavily for about 2 to 2.5 months because, well, I'm going to be gone and Alec has some personal things, which I don't know if you're cool with sharing, so I'll let you share those if you decide to. But we're taking a bereavement period of 2 months from doing live streams and whatnot. But my goal before we take that is to hit 500 subscribers. So the last one can be our little break celebration as well as 500 subscribers celebration. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and leave a comment on literally anything. If you're rewatching the replay, leave a comment. It helps us out a ton, and we appreciate it. Also, check out Whiskey Wars. He's fantastic, and all of the other fantastic people here in chat who make other content. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Lots of great people in chat.
Yeah, super plug. I'm done. Okay, guys, let's get back into the world of whiskey.
We were talking about this on the last stream that I did. We all know we have to do it, the self-plugging, but I think we all agree that's the part of this that we hate doing the most. But you got to do it. It's just it's part of the gig. We'd rather just drink whiskey and talk crap, but occasionally you have to be like, "Hey guys, remember to do the things we need you to do."
That's right.
Because otherwise, people just forget. I mean, that's really what it is.
Right. So. Well, and just remember, you could be one of the super monetized podcasts where you have to actually present a product or a company or something like that, and then you have to sell them on top of it. So not only are you having to give that salesman pitch of yours, but you're doing it for somebody else at that point. So you could be there.
It could be worse for sure.
It could be worse.
Yeah. Sugar Kitty says most of Bullet's products are Four Roses in their core range, but there are some single barrels that are MGP and possibly others.
Joe says he never self-plugged. This guy infinitely trolling us. Joe is the ultimate troll. He acts like he gets offended when you say that, but he knows it, and I would assume in private he's damn proud of his trolling abilities.
Joe,
like when he practices in the mirror, he's truly dedicated to it.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get him with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we finally got the long-awaited question, which Alec, I apologize. This is going to be a longer live stream. Jack says, I'm talking about Marlene Haggard and Mickey Gilly Honky Tonk. Not a clue who any of those are, but I'm also a very basic white girl when it comes to country music.
I know who they are, and that's not really my thing, Jack. But I appreciate that that's kind of the roots of where we are now. I like some older stuff, but that's not necessarily where I'm at. But anyway, I thought.
Okay.
I'm
let's
with
go
Steve
ahead.
on this. Don't know who they are, but they sound like old people.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into sample 4. So then we
Alright.
leave ourselves some time to A, B, B, C, C, D, B, B, A.
Right, all the things.
Ooh,
Yeah. Hey and AZ
wow.
says alt country rock is cool. Check out Sun Volt, good drinking music. Jeez, I can't drink anymore. I'm gonna be hungover for tomorrow, but I am skipping past all my words today. Check out Sun Volt, good drinking music.
Hey, Stella. Right. Stella, hello. Welcome.
Yeah, we got Stella in the house. Stella, cheers. Thanks for showing up. It's been a while since we've seen you. Or you showed up last week and I forgot. Like I said, memory, way out the window, guys. Way out the window. But yeah, cheers. Thanks for showing up. Richie Z,
cheers,
Bullet
everybody.
Blender Select is a fantastic pour if you can find it. Select Four Roses single barrel. I think Four Roses is a highly underrated brand. I feel like everyone talks about like Old Forester, Wild Turkey, Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill products, but I feel like Four Roses is just as good.
I'm sorry, Steven, but you got to highlight Sugar Kitty's comment. That might be
which
comment
one?
of the night right there. Love it.
Oh, I think he's talking about the
this one.
That's the one.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Double meaning right there.
By the way, this one's nutty. If anyone's wondering, smells nutty.
It's nutty, but it's also very fruity.
Tastes nutty. Ooh, it's very peanut buttery though.
You know, my nose is not working great. I'm a little stuffy today, so my nosing is not. I can tell when I taste it, but nosing is not really helping me a whole lot.
Wow. Actually, no. Yeah, Steve, you're right. Super nutty. Okay. This will take a little
it's
bit
very
of
nutty on the palate, but it's very peanut buttery.
Yeah.
It's better than I remember, but I'm 90% sure that's Knob Creek because I didn't get severe nuts on any of these until I got there.
I think I found the Eagle. Pretty sure.
You minded the Eagle?
Yeah, I think my last one is Eagle.
Is that a middle finger emoji? I didn't realize that was capable.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well,
if they're on
that's
their
fantastic.
iPhone right now, they can do it.
That's amazing. You see, you learn. You drink and you learn things.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
And we drink and we know things.
Yeah, all that memory and all those lessons you learned, they're state dependent memories. So you just got to get wasted again before you can relearn how to do all that.
I mean, honestly, Steven, I feel like that is a thing. Once I get, I mean, not like slammered or just like falling over drunk, but I feel like once I get a couple drinks in me, the mind kind of wakes up, and then I'm like, oh, I'm suddenly a genius for a brief 10 minutes or so, and then it's gone.
Instead of your 15 minutes of fame, it's your 15 seconds of intelligence, right?
That's it. Yeah, it's just there's this glimpse of it, and then it goes away.
Got woman of the or as I was,
Steven.
Women
that one almost
of whiskeys.
Drink,
cheers. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate you. It doesn't blind well as it's more unique. Are we talking about Eagle Rare or Bullet 10 or Knob Creek 9? I couldn't find that in chat, but
I'm curious, Tim. You have my attention.
San Diego in 2 weeks. Can't. Yeah, I'm going to Colorado in literally 2 days. I'll be there Friday. Do you guys have any suggestions of things I should look into that are only available to get in Colorado?
Well, you might want to say which part of Colorado you're going to, Steve, because I can tell you a lot of things.
Yeah. We need Matt and Dara in chat. They would probably have some killer suggestions.
Yeah, I texted her. She gave me a few suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you guys think about D though?
So I'm pretty sure it's Eagle Rare, and it always has that kind of sour finish that I don't necessarily care for compared to the other finishes. I think it's probably better than the Knob Creek, if Knob Creek is the one I think it is. So if that is the Eagle, then it's going to finish third for me. That's where I'm at right now.
I don't necessarily have an order. I think I know what they are, which it's a problem now when there's bottles that are so distinctive apart from each other. When you try them, you get like particular notes that you automatically know which one's which. So it's kind of hard to like blind them, because when you go in, you're like, oh, this is blind. It's all above board. And then you try them and you get like, say you're doing like an Old Forester and a Wild Turkey, you know, one's going to have a super like slightly nutty cherry vanilla cream note, and then the Old Forester is going to have a banana note.
Yeah, as soon as you find the banana, you're like, oh, that's Old Forester. So it's over.
However, that being said, Steven and I have both attributed to times where we've had bottles we loved and could not pick them out because somehow, some way, it just, you know, whether it's time, whether it's, you know, bottle or barrel, you know, it's just, there's something that gets you. And those are actually the funner times, I think.
See, normally I can pick out a Knob Creek, but this one's been really low for a while. And so I feel like it's kind of lost some of its characteristics. So I'm curious if I will find it tonight. I'm guessing it's just the most muted one on the nose, but we'll see how it goes. I like AZ's coming there. I call it getting Irish. Yeah, that's when I do my best work, man. That's when I get a little Irish.
I love getting a little Irish, man.
And I am a little Irish, actually. So
yeah, I'm a lot of Irish, so it just kind of runs in me, you know?
Yeah, I have good drinking blood. I am Cherokee, Irish, German, and Scotch. So
you can hit up a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
Hanging AZ, it's going to be Southwest Colorado, over near Ouray, Ouray.
Right, but you're kind of more towards, you're more towards Colorado Springs, aren't you?
I have no idea, dude.
Okay.
Largest liquor store in the world is in Colorado. Where? Oh my God, I got to check that out. Steven, just don't run into Mike. Fair enough. Colorado has the Laws Distillery. Oh, that would be fun to check out.
Well, I mean, there's also
forgot that Mike is in Colorado.
Old Elk. Yeah.
I'm
bringing my Old Elk there. Old Elk's getting killed in Colorado. Maybe.
You guys aren't going to be anywhere near Fort Collins, but if you're going to Fort Collins, I would say go to, I can't remember the name of the bar, but they have a huge, it's the third largest whiskey bar in America there, actually.
Sugar Kitty's on fire tonight. Yeah, playing Find the Banana, more OnlyFans. What kind of stream is this? I don't know. This stream has gone off the rails. This reminds me of the Fat Wash whiskey video we did, where the whole video is like, this is so not whiskey content, but I feel like this is the best back and forth we've ever had.
Well, that's the point. These are not supposed to be whiskey related. They're supposed to be whiskey enhanced.
That's it.
Fair enough.
This is a conversation with whiskey. What's the word? Enhancing, like Alex said. Couldn't think of a better one. So whiskey's just enhancing the conversation we're at.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have my order of which ones I prefer over the other. I'm finally caught up in chat. What do you guys think about all your stuff going on? Or I can continue going down chat, because the way tonight's been going, I have fallen severely behind. And again, if I miss something, please let me know so I can talk about it. You know.
Well, I got a question for chat, because I assume that most of the folks, most of the folks in chat probably have most of these bottles.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious. What are your guys' favorites of this lineup? Now remember, I have the McKenna and they have the Bullet 10, but either way, just figure it as 5 total. And what's your favorite of the 5? Yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys like.
Sugar Kitty says, "Oh, this is clearly whiskey enhanced for sure."
That's right. It's about to get really sexy here, Sugar Kitty. That's
he's about to start unbuttoning that Western.
I was going to say, you don't want to know what's underneath.
Is that a Western style shirt or a country style shirt? All kidding aside, though, I don't know anything about shirts.
It doesn't have the side pockets here, so I'm going to say by that it is a Western shirt. No, Western.
Well, I mean, usually if you try and search for these, I always put in Western style shirts, and that's what brings them all up. Because if you put in country, like, you usually get more like flannels,
Yeah, a little thicker material.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Because I know, because one of the shirts that I do have a full flannel shirt. I have a corduroy shirt, and then I also have another shirt that's just basically like blue collar borderline country shirt. But you can always tell by the pockets. If you have the 2 pockets on the sides, it's definitely more country because for some reason you need to have, you know. Yeah, but you know, it's good for if you need to like go and do something, you know, on your, you know, your land, or if you're going to the barn or whatnot, you have to have extra pockets.
Yeah. So I mean, this is certainly more of a dress shirt, whereas you know what Alec was describing is more just what cowboys used to wear because of exactly what Alec was saying. Because you need pockets everywhere, you need all of the pockets. So yeah.
Now, do you have any bow ties, Sean?
I don't really care for bow ties. I don't care for ties. Period. Actually, I mean, I wear them to like church and stuff like that sometimes, but otherwise, not a tie guy. I don't like. You know, I'm hot all the time, so I like some ventilation.
I get you 100%. My dad has always had bow ties, and he will always wear a bow tie over a regular tie, and that's his thing. Is like it's bow tie, cowboy boots, and usually like a country shirt on, and that's how you know he's going to a special event. He's never going to wear a suit, but he'll wear that.
Yeah. Hey, well that is dressed up around here.
That is dressed up.
I mean, and man, boots. Oh, I love boots. I really don't wear anything else now. I have work boots and I have my regular boots, and that's all I ever wear. They're not really cowboy boots, you know, because they're not the pointy toe. They're more of like a biker boot with the box toe. But
okay, no, I can't get past the pointy toe just because I have a little bit wider feet, thankfully, from my father. He's got bunions, so he will never wear cowboy boots, but he will wear boots that have the wider toe area, and I agree. A lot more comfortable, and yeah, you can just tell they're better.
Yeah. I like me a good boot, though.
Oh yeah, good boots. Good boots are hard to come by too. It's unfortunate, but
that's
you know,
true, man. And we were actually talking about this on the last stream that you know, usually you end up paying more for a good boot than most of your whiskeys you're buying. So you know, $200 on a boot is pretty much where you got to be at to get a good boot. So
basically, yes. But yeah, anyway,
getting
past this.
That was
a deep tangent. Yes.
Reel us back in, Steven.
I wear flip-flops.
That's right, he does.
That's true. I wear flip-flops probably 10 months out of the year.
Yeah, but
that's my life.
Arizona, so of course, I mean, even when I was in Florida, I wore boots. So I don't know. There's something wrong with me.
Dude, I would never smell those socks. Those socks are probably disgusting.
Well, I didn't wear. I try not to be outside a whole lot when I was in Florida. I just outside, just except for work, and then it's work boots, and then who cares what they smell like? So
yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So obviously, I have my order. Do you gentlemen have?
Oh yeah, let me do some A and Bing. You guys chat about things.
Alec, do you have an order?
I have an order, but Steve, I want you to go first, actually.
Okay. Least favorite, D.
Okay.
Followed by B as in Bravo, followed by A as in Alpha, and the winner for me is going to be C as in Charlie.
Okay.
Because so A and C really, really close for me. I just like C a little bit better because it's a little bit more complex and has a little bit more nuances and like that nice little floral kind of citrus vibe going on in there where A is a little bit more just like straight up like cherries, caramel, vanilla, and oak.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, at first, when you're going down the line, I was almost positive you and I were going to flip, like 100%. For me, I'm going to go last place is C, second to last is D, and then B is second, A is first. And basically...
B is second?
B is second.
Wait, where'd you put C?
Last.
What? What is wrong with you?
So I am pretty sure that C is the Eagle Rare. And I say that because out of all of them, that one has the deepest and most disgusting artificial grape note that I can think of. It's there. And
it's the Eagle.
Yes, it's the Eagle.
I don't get a grape note on that.
Oh, dude, I totally get it. I thought it was on A at first. And that's why I actually put A in first, because I am learning to have an appreciation for things that taste fake. But A has like a slightly fake, like grape cherry flavor to it that I kind of dug. But it also has a body of something that's a little bit darker with a little bit of chocolate, with a little bit of that nice, like creamy flavor. So I put A at first there. I put C last because it basically just tasted like ethanol and then fake fruit. So, and then D, I'm pretty sure is that Knob Creek. You're right about that, Steve, and couldn't agree more. B is like a decent in between, but it also kind of just tastes like a little bit more of a basic profile.
So what's your guess on all these then?
So I think A is going to be A is the Russell. B is
Agreed.
the Bullet. C is the Eagle Rare, and then D is Knob.
So you think C is Eagle Rare and B is Bullet?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it potentially could be. I could be wrong. I don't know. I like C. So either which way, one of us is broken.
Well,
I like C a lot.
Here.
C has A and C are close for me. And I know for a fact A is definitely Russell's 10, but C, I don't know. Now you have me second guessing myself. I was like, C's Bullet 10, but now I'm like, is it?
Dude, I can tell you for sure that C is not Bullet 10. I've never tasted that much fake fruit on Bullet 10.
I already killed the bottle, so maybe I'm an Eagle Rare fan now. Who the heck knows?
Yeah, maybe you are.
If it is, maybe I'll be washed up. I mean, we're not. Don't burn content, Steven. Dang. I guess I'm the only one here that doesn't like Eagle Rare.
No, you're not.
I don't like Eagle Rare.
Okay. I don't like Eagle
apparently.
Rare.
I think I'm confident in my placement now.
All right, let's hear it, Sean.
Okay, so let's see. We'll do last to first. Okay. D is last place, which is the Knob Creek, which doesn't surprise me because this bottle's been low for a really long time. And also, as we were kind of talking about before we did this, not typically a favorite of mine. It's just kind of, it's good, but it's whatever. Then B is Eagle Rare. Can we see that B? Yeah. So that was third place. And we've talked about Eagle Rare at pretty at length earlier, so I think everybody knows how we feel. But if you don't know, I don't care. Like, this is probably the best bottle I've had, and it's the cherry note instead of the grape. And it's not quite as medicinal, but there's still that kind of weird, like NyQuil cherry, like just the cherry note.
I applaud you, Sean.
Not the whole palette of NyQuil, but just that kind of medicine-y cherry note. And then the finish is a little more sour than I would like. And I always get that on most Buffalo Trace products, honestly. I'm talking about the more budget line, not the higher tier stuff, not BTAC. So, yeah, a little more sour than I like on the finish. So then C is, let me see that. C is second place, and that is the Russells. So McKenna did win. McKenna did win, but, I mean, honestly, I went back and forth on first and second quite a bit. Those two are really close for me, anyway. So Russell's 10 and McKenna were like neck and neck. I could really, like, in a different night, it could finish the other way around. So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
McKenna's like what, $50 though, where Russell's is like 30.
So it depends. It certainly depends on what store you walk into. Because I got mine for 40. But I know that's these days that's a bargain, because typically what I normally see it at in Southern Kentucky is more like 60 to 70, which is ridiculous for that bottle.
No kidding.
So, yeah, it's not a $70 bottle at all, because I mean it just barely beat Russell's, and Russell's is 30 all day. So,
yeah, and that's kind of where I feel like if my guess is right, the Bullet 10 is $45, where Russell's 10 is, let's just downgrade it to $30, even though now it's $32. I bought that bottle for $28, so we're going to call it $30 now. $15, that's not worth the extra increase in whatever.
No.
All right, Alec, are you ready to figure out who has a broken palate? Is it you or is it me?
Let's see. The big reveal.
I'm actually kind of scared. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, Steven hates that.
No, it's way worse than I thought.
Oh, okay. We can do it more.
Okay, so I'm going to go from down. D, Knob Creek 9.
Okay, so same for me.
Yeah,
Knob Creek,
worst all the way. Second place or second to last for me, B, Russell's 10.
Oh, noes.
Oh, interesting.
Third or second place, third to last, is Eagle Rare. So A is Eagle Rare. Alec, you put Eagle Rare in first place. And then
Jesus.
C, the winner for me, Bullet 10 year.
Really? Really? Wow.
Unless if I messed up pouring these samples, but apparently B's Russell's 10. I mean, like Sean said about his Knob Creek, that Russell's 10 has been like that at like a third full for probably about 6 months now.
So that means my initial choice, the A was the Eagle Rare, was right. And oh my god, that is terrible.
Man, my nose is broken. I can't tell the difference between Eagle Rare and Russell's 10 right now.
Well, see, I was having the same issue nosing them, but when I tasted them, then I could pick them out better. But yeah, I'm kind of stuffy right now, so I could not nose real well.
Interesting.
Will mockingly says, I don't like Eagle Rare. Alec.
That's right. That's right. I stand by it. Oh my
That's right. Eagle Rare sucks. I don't care how it plays.
It does suck. I don't care if it came in first place. It's bad.
It's a terrible bottle. No one buy it.
Man, I am so surprised. Like even like doing the taste test again, A to C, I still like A better. Oh my gosh.
This is right. B is definitely Russell's 10. It's very oaky and cherry. I guess we just missed it. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, this was not the most serious flight we've ever had.
No.
I don't think we gave out more than 20 talking notes the whole time.
No, we didn't.
But I guess Eagle Rare is good. It's real good. Is it $50 good? Not at all.
Not.
No,
but it's really good.
I mean, so what's the overall placement? So it finished third for me, first for Alec, and
for me it was second place.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like a total score of like a 2.
Second
place.
Yeah. So second place.
And then we all chose Knob Creek as Sean, you chose Knob Creek as last. I chose it as second to last. Steve, you chose it last, right?
So I would say Knob Creek's the worst out of this flight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eagle Rare's on the higher end, but not quite the victor. And the victor for me was Bullet 10. Yours was McKenna 10, which was kind of your substitute for Bullet 10.
And then
I do feel like if this bottle hadn't been sitting so low for like 6 months, it might have been better. But probably not first. It would probably still be like third instead of fourth.
Right.
Yeah. So, this is all I have left of my Eagle or my Knob Creek 9 years. So mine's been sitting pretty low like that for a while too. But so have all of these bar the Bullet 10. The Bullet 10's the only one that's like a roughly fresh bottle.
So that was first for you, and what did it place for you, Alec?
That one placed last.
Oh, okay.
Somehow, some way. So
I probably agree with your palate more, Alec, and that's not to say that Steven's wrong. It's just that I'm not a huge MGP. Well, of course, that's Four Roses. That might actually be worse for me than MGP.
The shade.
I like Four Roses though. I like that floral, nice floral note you get off of Four Roses.
Yeah, I was gonna say Steve, me, my fiance Shelby, and our friend Will, we got absolutely plastered on the lake with Four Roses one time, and it was a good time. So I can't say anything bad about it. It's just it works.
Except for that you placed it last.
Except for that, obviously.
He would have greatly preferred an Eagle Rare bottle, let's be honest.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
No, good stuff, guys. I mean, I'm just not a Four Roses guy. I keep being told that if you find, these certain single barrels that are out there, that they're amazing. Probably true. Haven't found them yet. I don't like the floral note. It's not my thing. I like I like the MGP stuff from Bullet decently. They're just the standard Bullet, but it's just very typical MGP. It's not anything. I mean, everyone knows what MGP profile is. As soon as you try it, you know exactly what it is. It is what it is. So
that's fair.
Yep.
That is fair.
Yeah, everyone in chat, where would you place these had you done this? Or what do you think would have been your places? We got Scotch Down Under in the house all the way from Australia. Cheers. Thanks for showing up.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
Heard about some of the floods. So
yeah, go ahead and check us out on Patreon. We appreciate all the support for that. We're still working on setting all that stuff up to deliver really good content there, but one day we're definitely going to be delivering some quality content. I take Easy 7 all over all of them. Easy, am I missing something? What's Easy 7?
I have no idea.
Sean?
Huh?
Easy 7?
Huh? yeah. I think that's the collective answer is, huh?
I am miles behind in chat. I'm trying to.
No worries.
So I was reading when you asked the question.
Yeah. What?
Easy 7.
What's Easy 7?
Ezra 7.
Ezra 7? Okay. My bad. I've never heard that acronym. We've never actually had any Ezra stuff. I've never heard enough to go out and actually buy it. And since I've never actually bought any of their stuff, I haven't actually bought any more of it because I usually find a brand new brand and then I deep dive the crap out of that brand within my means. And then, those just become mainstays if I like them enough.
So Jack made the comment there that he would take Ezra 7 over all the ones we did tonight.
Yeah.
And I agree. But the problem is, at least in my area, Ezra 7 is $55.60, so double the price of basically everything on the table at retail. And even Ezra 7 at retail is about $60. So it's twice the price point. So it better be better. If it wasn't, then what are they charging for? It's kind of my thing. But it is. I don't disagree, Jeff. It's a better bottle.
Yeah, Women of Whiskey says Four Roses is a hit or miss for me. Love some of them, and some of them are eh.
Yep, lots of for me.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's the beautiful thing about whiskey is not all of us like the same stuff, and that's why in the case even me and Alec completely disagree on quite a few bottles. I mean, I've cut out most of our arguing.
Yes,
but
let's talk about it, fellas.
But there's some bottles we clearly disagree on, and I'm sure you and me, if we spent a lot of time together, we would disagree on bottles too.
Yeah,
but in the end,
everybody does.
Yeah. In the end of the day, there's no bad whiskey unless if it's priced inappropriately.
Right. But we can all agree that there are some great bottles of whiskey too. Some that whether it's because of the price point, because of the flavor profile, it's because of the uniquity of it, it just somehow sticks out in your mind. You're like, that is not a bad bottle ever. Yeah. So
so before you hopped on, Alec, we were talking about this guy here. I mean, even the worst of these is still a great bottle of whiskey. I don't care what anybody says.
Here. That's what's in here, man. I completely agree.
So there was a lot of. I mean, it depends on which batch. Everybody had a problem with some batch last year. Depending on what channel you watched, there was
C921.
Yeah. So, and every channel is different. So for me, it was A121. I thought it was very mediocre. Some other channels didn't like B521 that I really liked, but I don't even on A121 for $70. I'd take it all day over most things in that price point. And that was my least favorite last year. So I don't think there's a bad Elijah Craig. Even the ones that are not stand out to you necessarily, I think if you blinded the worst of the Elijah Craigs against some other $70, $60, $80 bottle because Elijah Craig's are all over the place. I guess I should take another drink.
That's
right?
a drink.
That's the rule. Okay, here we go. All right, so depending on where you're at, your market might be 60, it might be 70, it might be 80, or Steve was saying up to 100. But even then, I think it beats most of the bottles in that category. So
yeah, for whatever you bought it at, you put it up against another bottle in that same range, and you're probably going to pick Elijah Craig just because we know it's good.
That bottle is money.
That is right.
Yeah, and if you're still seeing the Ezra 7s, I'm not seeing them anymore in my area, but if you still are, that's a buy. And also this guy, this is another one we were talking about earlier. This FAE-02, I freaking love this bottle. Clearly, it's almost gone.
That's a great bottle. Yeah. Everyone go ahead and check out Bourbon Rendezvous, by the way. He just started up his channel. I think he has like 3 videos, but he's killing it. He's still figuring it out, but he started his channel. Super proud of him. I know he said like 2-3 weeks ago that he was like struggling getting it up. So you got it up, man. Congrats. And he brings great content. Hey, it's
good for you.
Posting that first video is a hard thing to do. Like Alec, how many videos did we film that never saw the light of day because I was just like, these are garbage. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to edit these. They don't look good.
Dude, those videos, I hope they hit the light of day one day. Just so
they won't.
You need to make them Patreon exclusive, man. That'd be great.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
I wish I had the wherewithal, Steven, to have done that. My first video, it's still up. You guys can go watch it. I'm not taking it down ever. I'm gonna leave it up to continue to embarrass myself. It was terrible. It's just bad. I had no screen presence. I was looking at the camera at least, but it's a bad video.
The point is, you either have to be really drunk or you have to be really awkward. And if you're both, you're great on the first video.
Yeah.
Well, I was one of the two.
One of the two? Okay, good.
And it wasn't the drunk one, so.
Fair enough.
Well, me and Alec, we used to batch a bunch of stuff together. So we used to get really drunk, and we would film like 4, 5, 6, 7 videos together. And like the last like 1 to 2 would always be like, we can't post that, buddy. We're gonna have to refilm that.
We would just be like, there would be no like direction. It would just be tangent left, tangent right, and then like a straight dive down. It was
kind of like this live stream.
Kind of this live stream,
but not as cool as this.
No, not as cool as this for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that, Jack. Also, so we are going to have to wrap this up because I do have things I need to do tomorrow to get ready for my trip and whatnot. Oh, yeah. So I want to run through each one of you guys, everyone in chat. If you have any last minute things you want to chat about, go ahead and post them in there. If not, hit us up on Instagram or, email us. The link's down there below, or check out our Patreon. You can also message us on that if you sign up for the Patreon.
That's right. We're also in the Facebook channels. Definitely check that out.
With our like 10 things, whatever. do all the things you're supposed to do. Plug.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sean, what's your takeaway from this video? If you have a takeaway at all.
Takeaway is I had a killer time. Whiskey wise, it pretty much panned out the way I kind of expected going in. I think we pretty well. I guess you guys were a little surprised, Alec especially. But that's the way blinds go sometimes, though. It's just that's the nature of the business. But and the thing is too is your palate can completely change tomorrow. It depends on what you ate today and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, I just had a killer time, guys. If you guys want to have me back again, after you're done with your hiatus, I'm totally up for that. Had a great time. So yeah, anytime, guys. I loved it. Had a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot, or I can speak on behalf of myself only.
I had a great time.
I had a great time, even with Alex showing up super freaking late. Like, what's wrong with you? Do you have better things to do than hang out with me?
That's right.
Are there more important people in your life?
There are.
So
it's probably the one that doesn't have a penis. I'm gonna guess.
Yes,
that is right.
No, but we had a fun time having you around, and yeah, definitely, probably not before I go to school, but definitely afterwards. We're definitely more than
for sure, man.
welcome / interested in having you come in and hang out with us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I know you guys got some things planned, so like I said, anytime you guys are willing to do it again, I'm up for it. So, yeah,
for sure.
In chat, you guys have been great tonight as well. Sure, Kelly killing it with the comments. Yeah. Joe coming in with just constantly trolling me. Love it as always. Yeah, good times. Good times.
Yeah, Sugar Kitty's been on fire with the comments. Alec, what are your takeaways from tonight?
Well, yeah, I'll first say cheers to Sean. Great having you on. I take you over Steven any day of the week as a co-host.
I'll take it.
That's right.
It's going to be a lot of shipping costs sending you whiskey, buddy.
Oh, I'm sure there are. But no, besides that, still thinking the rare shit. Would not buy a bottle tomorrow if I found one.
You put it first. Don't lie to yourself.
Right. That's right. But yeah, as Steven mentioned earlier, when he's gone away, it is also going to be timed perfectly when I'm going to be having my first child. I'm going to have a boy. So,
now I got to pour a brand new glass to actually.
There you go. There you go.
Cheers to you, Alec.
And thank you. Thank you.
Well, because I'm lazy, I'm not going to pour something new. I'm going to dump first and second place together and make whatever crap is.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, to Alec, man. Congratulations. Cheers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I might be in time to see your baby.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
If Shelby has anything to say with it, she's like, no. This thing's coming early.
She told me the other day, she was like, if Steven arrives before I had this baby, I would be pissed overall because that is at past 40 weeks. So
yeah,
if you actually are here when my child is born, you will probably get a bitch slap, and I will watch
That's not my fault, though.
The most enthusiasm. But yeah, so
if you don't mind me asking, when is the due date? Can you release that information, or is that top secret?
No. So it'll be late May, early June is the due date.
Okay,
but
very cool, man.
Yes, so it's exciting stuff. We're very excited. It's been a trip, but when Steven goes away, it's gonna be doing the nursery, getting everything ready, and then when we come back, as Steven always has the dogs barking in the background, you'll probably hear my child crying in the background. So get ready for that, people.
Rio's gone tonight, so Bruno has been super quiet. It's fantastic.
Oh,
I mean, my dog joined in tonight, so I'm used to it.
There you go. I
mean, it is what it is. It's part of the allure of us, I guess. But that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I think what we can truly say is all of these bottles were pretty solid.
Oh yeah.
I think I kind of shit on Knob Creek 9 a little bit hard.
We all did a little bit,
but it is what it is. But thank you guys all for checking out our live stream. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and check out all the other channels. Check out Whiskey Wars. He does fantastic things, as well as all the other people in this chat. So that's a wrap for this video. We will see you guys next Wednesday, and check out our videos in between then. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
We'll see you later.